no family making less than $250,000 a year will see any form of tax increase. $250,000. $250,000 a year. $250,000. $250,000 a year. $250,000 threshold.
That was then. This is Joe Biden now.
If your ticket is elected, who will pay more in taxes? Who will pay less? And we're starting with Vice President Biden for 2 minutes.
The middle class will pay less, and people making $1 million or more will begin to contribute slightly more. We can't afford $800 billion going to people making a minimum of $1 million.
Wait a minute. The $250,000 threshold now turning into $1 million. To Cato's Dan Mitchell to sort out exactly what's going on here. Not once, but twice he mentioned the $1 million figure. To frame this differently, the same people are going to get gouged, or is he just marketing it, we're going after the million and over crowd? What do you think?
We don't know. Let's not forget that already about a dozen times the Obama administration has raised taxes on people making less than $250,000 a year. And let's also remember that Biden is a loose cannon. It looked like he had Tourette's in the debate last night. So we have no idea whether Biden was signaling something or whether he was just, in his own private la-la land. But we do know that some Democrats on Capitol Hill have indicated that they don't want the class warfare taxes to kick in at $200,000 or $250,000. So maybe, just maybe, Biden was given instructions and actually carried them out and sent a signal in the debate last night. But my guess is he was just being typical loose cannon lunch bucket Joe.
All right, well, here's where I disagree with you, even though you know what you're talking about and I don't. I think that there was a strategy to this, that of late, if you look back at the records here and on campaign speeches, Barack Obama has assiduously avoided pegging a number to the so-called rich. He always says millionaires and billionaires. It's been a long, long time since he mentioned the $250,000 thing. And then along comes Joe Biden to say $1 million. It fits into this view of going after millionaires and billionaires. I still think, by the way, they're going after the 250,000 and over crowd, but I think they're recalibrating this and maybe setting the stage for, if they were to get reelected, and that could be a big if these days, making that their jumping point come this great train wreck we're facing. What do you think?
As a prediction, I can't really argue with that. Let's say Obama wins the White House again and Republicans hold on to the House of Representatives. Well, they're both going to say, we won, we don't have to give in. So maybe moving from $200,000 as the threshold for the class warfare taxes to $1 million could be a way to give Obama a symbolic victory, albeit a symbolic one that hurts investors, entrepreneurs, and small business owners. And at the same time, it allows Republicans to claim they got something out of the deal. Who really knows? But keep in mind, when Bill Clinton first put in the so-called millionaire surtax back in 1993, it wasn't on millionaires.
No, it wasn't.
It was right about that $300,000, $250,000 level.
Bingo.
So we've always had this very strange bit of definition manipulation in Washington.
We have. And a point I raised with Senator Dick Durbin last night, the Illinois Democrat, on whether there's a shift going on here. I want you to react to this.
The position of the administration, which Biden said clearly, turning to Ryan, why won't you at least let us preserve the middle class tax cuts for those making under $250,000?
He kept mentioning $1 million. Is that a new strategy now?
No, it was several illustrations there. He used different illustrations on these.
So he wasn't telegraphing a change on the part of the administration?
I don't think so.
I'm not great at reading poker faces or lack thereof, but maybe there's nothing sinister going on. But obviously they're not reading from the same choir book.
Well, again, I actually think Durbin said it right. Biden could have been simply using illustrations as part of his debate with Ryan. It didn't necessarily, especially if you're into Clintonian parsing of words, there was nothing in what Biden said that committed the White House to a new approach. He was just using examples. This administration still is dedicated to class warfare taxation. It's simply a question of where those higher tax rates kick in? How fast do we go down this path to being like Hollande and France with higher tax rates and driving out businesses and jobs? I think it's a bad idea wherever you kick in higher tax rates. Our problem in America is that government is too big, and that's what's very frustrating about the debate last night. That moderator never asked a question: how big should government be? Is it too big now? Should we worry about America becoming another welfare state like Greece or France or Spain or Italy? So it was a very frustrating debate for those of us in the country who worry about the size and scope of the federal government.
Yeah, like it wasn't even an issue last night. Dan Mitchell, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Neil.